So I'm leaving Australia, and here's why. Right now, I'm literally sitting in an airport hotel, and I have a 6 a.m. flight. And to be honest, I couldn't be more excited. I've come to that crossroads in my life where this country couldn't give me enough of what I needed. And I was searching for something more fulfilling. Look, if I'm honest with you, you can't run away from your problems, but you can run towards them and face them head on. And that's what I'm doing. And look, I'll go into that in more detail because that's kind of a long story. But look, I'm from here, and I've come and I've gone many times, and I always found myself coming back. But if I'm honest with you, a lot of the time was just for Christmas or to see my family. And every time I came back, to be honest, I wanted to leave again. Yeah, it was nice to be here in summer. It was nice to go to the beach in certain parts of Australia. And it was, nice to catch up with people. But every year, I gotta say, I'd catch up with certain friends, and I'd been traveling around the world, and I have all these amazing stories, and then I'd catch up with some people and be like, so what have you been up to? And they're like, same old. And it's like the same old stuff they've been doing for 10 years, 15 years, 20 years. It's like no one ever tried to do anything different. No one ever tried to think outside the box, to live outside the box. A lot of them didn't even leave their home city. And look, if they're happy doing that, but I think, once you realize there's a whole world out there, that world can be pretty amazing. And look, no place is perfect, but neither is this country, by no means. It's something I've touched on before with, cost of living. Don't get me started. I've ranted about that many times. But we all know there's no end in sight to that. And yeah, it's expensive in other countries too. I feel like we've just lost a sense of freedom, a sense of identity of what Australia used to be. I booked a ticket out of here, one-way ticket pretty much, not a ticket back, and I feel good. And I'll tell you why. At least, because a lot of people say you can't just keep running. Where are you going? You have to have a goal. And yeah, I actually do have a goal. I'm making a new film. One I'm very excited about. So all my life, I was always the small kid. I always got, pushed around, taken advantage of. People walked all over me. I started to get sick of that. And eventually, you push back. Sometimes you push back, you can shout your words, but people still don't take you seriously. And I wanted to feel better about myself. It had been a long time, if I'm honest, since I looked in the mirror and was like, how you doing? Look, and what I'm saying is I wanted to focus on my health. I wanted to focus on my fitness. And I wanted to be able to look in the mirror and feel good about myself. If you don't know me, or if you haven't watched my other videos, I'm a documentary filmmaker, and I always like a challenge. And for this challenge, I said, okay, for a year, I'm gonna travel to Asia, and I'm gonna learn karate in Japan. I'm gonna go to Vietnam and learn ancient art called Vietnam and do some kickboxing. Then I'm gonna head to Thailand and do Muay Thai. And then I'm gonna head to China and learn various other martial arts. And then maybe even do some boxing somewhere else. But I'm gonna be gone for a while. Actually, I don't even plan to come back. I'm going to film all of this. I'm gonna delve into the history of each different martial art. But I'm also going to delve into the topic of how, exercise can make ourselves feel better. I mean, I think we all know that. You go to any doctor and they say exercise is the best thing for health, for depression, for confidence, and I'm gonna give it a go. It's a bit more than that, but all I'll say is watch this space. I'll see you on the other side.